Ready.
And then 3, 2, 1, live. Sawa.
Yeah. Yeah, iko sawa.
Our sincere apologies. We heard you when you said that we were not clear, we were not loud enough. So we've had to restart. So welcome again to the Usikimia Live, where we are talking about our Survivor Stories Tuesday, which we hope to be hosting as long as we have a survivor with us and who is willing to talk about their story, their journey, and their experiences, and what has happened to them, and how this can impact other people and impact how they view themselves, and even help somebody who is stranded and who is, willing to leave their state of abuse. As you can see, COVID has really come, and it has, brought so many gaps, so many issues. I mean, for a small organization like Usikimia to be handling cases of domestic violence, intimate partner violence, sexual violence, between 2 and 3 every day, that's a heavy load. That shows you there's a problem. And we need to all come together and address these problems. And as we address these problems, we also have to come up with solutions, and we also have to come up with ways of telling people you can leave. These are people who have left those situations. These are people who have survived those situations. These are people who have been able to move up, to move on and come out of these situations and to be able to be the people they are right now. So welcome to Usikimia Live. My name is Njeri Wamegwe. I am the founder of Usikimia, and I'm glad to be here with you today. And as well as we are here with Adelle. Hi Della.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good to have you here with us.
Good to be invited. I'm very happy that you asked me to come on board.
Yes.
I'm very excited for this opportunity. Well, excitement is one word. There's also, of course, this is a bit of digging, so there'll be a lot of emotions flying around. So, of which it's a good thing. It's one of the processes of healing after all. Yeah.
So, your story is wide and it encompasses a lot, and it's, to be very honest, it's a bit, I only know parts of these stories, parts that you have allowed me to know. And when I was asking if you are ready and willing to share your story, is when you actually mentioned these other parts, which I knew nothing about. So I'm going to make this as organic as possible so that whoever is watching can know that I don't know everything about this story. I only know very small parts, because I've known you for what, about 6-7 years?
Is it?
Yes.
8? It feels like 8.
8 or something. When we used to take parts to Machakos and everything.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's like, that's 8 years.
Yeah. So it's been a long journey, and I'm happy to have you here. Thank you for taking your time and just for joining us today. We're very glad. I hope your story inspires somebody somewhere, and I hope your story also tells people you can come out, that we don't look like how we have, what we have been through. Yeah. I am a survivor myself, and I can tell you we all don't look like what we have been through.
Very true.
Yeah. So Adele, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, government names, Delilah. But but my friends all know me as Della or Adele.
Yes.
Yeah. I have been born and raised in Nairobi.
Okay. That's good to know.
I'm a girl from Eastlands, neck of the woods. And I'm 29. We said we're not counting this year, so I am 29.
So we have
we're not counting it because everything just got messed up. So I am 29.
You're fairly young to have gone through all these things.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I could write books.
Yes, you should.
Yeah.
You never know what you will inspire.
I
You will
know.
get hold of a book and read it and run with it and realize that they too can come out of this kind of situation.
If there's an editor, please get in touch with me.
All right.
I can give you some material, good material.
Okay, this is good. And Delilah.
Yes.
Should I call you Delilah or should I call you Della? That is so weird.
I know, right? Calling you.
Right, so tell me a little bit about your childhood, how you grew up. We can start from there.
Growing up,
You said you grew up in Buruburu.
yes, I did.
Phase
I grew up in Buruburu, phase 5.
5, I know phase 5.
Yeah. So growing up, my parents got me and my older brother, and they were a bit older. They were in their 40s.
Okay.
And so in between the time they got married, because they got married in 1979, and
Wow.
yeah, we were
Okay.
all coming into the picture late
80s.
80s and 90s, you know.
Alright.
Yeah.
So they stayed a while without having babies.
Yes, so in between that, staying a while without having babies, they there were so many of the siblings and younger cousins. There were so many people staying in our home.
Okay.
So at some point, when I was in nursery, two cousins from my mother's side, they came to stay with us.
Alright.
I believe I just started school, and unfortunately, they started molesting me when I was younger, when I was in nursery.
Nursery, that's about 3-4 years?
Yeah,
4
3.
to 5, round about that
Yeah.
age.
So they stayed for a couple of years, and then
So, while they stayed a couple of years,
yeah,
all that time,
yes, I was being
there was molestation
there
going
was
on.
molestation going
And
on.
when we say molestation, do you want to like talk about it, or do you want us to pass over it? Is
Well,
it
maybe we
something-
can just like maybe just
Gloss over it.
gloss over it real
That's
quick.
okay.
So there was a lot of fingers in my genitalia,
Okay.
their genitalia in my genitalia.
Oh,
There was a little bit of at that time I think I was too young not to understand what was really happening.
okay.
There was also a little bit of me being asked to perform oral sex. At that time I really didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah.
For me it felt like it was
Just
a
part
game.
of
It was
growing
part
up.
of
it was
growing
a game.
up.
Were these old? Were they your age mates? Were they older?
No, they were older. They had finished high school.
My God.
Yeah,
Okay.
they had finished high school.
Did you ever ask? Did you ever tell anyone?
I talked to my. There's a time I talked to my father when it started, and there was a time it started, and I was really in so much pain because of the penetration.
Obviously.
I mentioned it to. I was quite close to my dad, so I mentioned it to my dad, and well, his response was more of, "Oh, please don't say things like that.
So-
You're not allowed to say things like that. I don't think they're even serious. It's just a joke. They're just playing with you. You know they're older. They're just playing with you."
Okay.
And of course, at some point, I thought, oh well, if my dad says they're playing,
Then
so
it's
it
a
must
game.
be a game that people just play.
So he dismissed what you were saying.
Yes, he did.
And you don't think he actually went and talked to them? You wouldn't know. would you?
I don't think he talked to them, but my mom actually did find out years later because they stayed with us for so long.
Oh.
Yeah,
So they were like your brothers.
Yes, they stayed with us for so many years. So when my mother found out, I remember they gave me an infection. I was not sure if it was an UTI or a yeast infection, but I just remember my mom having, is it what's it called? Clomitrazole.
Yes.
Yeah, inserted in me. I remember having that inserted a couple of times. So when my mother found out, they didn't stay. She literally just threw them out.
Kudos to your mom.
Yeah, and of course it brought a bit of an issue here and there because they were her sister's kids.
Okay.
So it brought a bit of an issue, and then yeah.
So we're talking about men who have literally grown up. They're now in college, and this is still continuing.
Yeah.
The issues are still continuing, and you're growing up. You're now getting into primary school.
Yeah.
You didn't tell a teacher. You didn't tell anyone. You just assume that we assume this is the normal part of growing up. That these are things that people go through. I'm very sorry about that.
Yeah. So I think I actually realized I was being molested later on when I was in high school.
Okay.
That's when I realized, when you go to high school, you meet a lot of people,
and then
there's a lot of talking, and there's a lot of exposure, and you're like, oh my God, that's sex. When someone mentions, we did like this, when me and my boyfriend, then you're like, oh my God, someone did that to me
and
back then, and I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a game. So yeah, it just hit me when I was in high school, and I think at that time I had already disconnected from my dad.
Okay.
And at that time, my mom had already passed away, and then my dad had remarried, so a lot of drama was going on in there. And alongside that drama, there was a lot of, let's just say, all of a sudden, my dad started beating me. My dad started, Yani,
Do you think this was a reaction? Sorry to pry into this, but do you think this was a reaction to him getting married again? Or is it that now he felt you are grown, or he didn't want you guys in his house, or did this in any way play part into the next part of his story?
I just felt like my dad really just didn't want us.
Okay.
Yeah.
The children of his first wife.
Yeah, I just felt like he didn't want me and Brian at all.
Okay.
Because there was always something that my stepmother would say, next thing, lala chini, nyaunyo. There was just a lot of you're being beaten for things that don't even make sense.
I'm actually
there's a lot of
interject into what you're saying and say this. In the couple of rescues we've done this week, and two children were rescued last week. Part of these children were being abused by stepmothers. There's a lot of stepmothers abuse out here, where children who have been left by maybe a lady who's gotten divorced and the father has custody of the children, or the mother has passed on and the relatives have custody of the children, that these children are going through so much abuse. And my question that I am going to address out to men out there: when you get married, make sure that your children by the first wife are actually okay. They still have the same standards of living they had when their mother was still alive and still in their lives. Because there is no way your children used to be well behaved and they used to be well adjusted, and all of a sudden a stranger has come into your life and now you're starting to beat and abuse your children. And it is not, it doesn't work that way. Then back to your story. So now you're in high school. The abuse, obviously, the molestation has stopped at this point. There is no counseling that has been done. You really haven't told. Did you tell anyone your story? Obviously, you couldn't tell your stepmother because you are definitely not friends. You couldn't tell your father because your father, now you're already alienated. With him. And did you tell a teacher? Did you reach out to a friend? What did you do?
Actually, there was a teacher. Oh my God, but I used to hate her so much. Funny thing is, I really used to hate her. But she really, really used to love me for some reason. And I'd be like, what's wrong with this mama? I think she used to sense it, because she kept on sending me to the guidance and counselor's office all the damn time. She was always sending me there. Always sending me there. And I'm like, she'd send me there, I'd go look at Mrs. Oma, and I look at her, and I look at her, and I look at her until Mrs. Oma is like, come on, I used to irritate Mrs. Oma. Oh God. I used to do that a lot. Like, I'm being told, by then the teacher, she was called Mrs. Magak, Grace Magak. So she used to tell me, oh, go to Mrs. Oma and tell her what's going on with you. I don't think you're okay. I'd go there, stare at her until she's like, she'd ask me, so why are you here? So I'm being all, Islando attitude, chewing gum from this side to the other, and
do you think that was part of? Do you actually think that was part of what had been going on in your life and how you felt? Do you think at some point you felt loved?
I did.
And wanted and cared for?
I actually did. So many times. So many times. Especially times whereby my stepmother would actually form a story or just pull a stunt, and my dad would side with her. I definitely feel
Were
like
you in a boarding school or a day school?
I started in a day school. I didn't even last.
Okay.
I didn't last. I think I was there for a day. Then after that I went to boarding, Ngara Girls High School.
Okay.
So all through Ngara, that was it.
So you finished. So here you are.
You
haven't really talked to anybody. So you're carrying wounds. Wounds of feeling, and as I said, unwanted and loved and uncared for. And now you finished high school. What happens next?
After high school, about I think just like a year or so, I happened to be hanging out with a friend who was a friend of the family. He's someone we'd grown up with, and unfortunately I got raped. He ended up raping me.
Hold up. Wait, what? We were just at the point where you're hanging out with your newfound friend.
I'm hanging out with my not newfound, someone I've grown up with. Someone I know. So we were hanging out. He was like, oh, let's go hang out, buru and hang out. So we went to hang out, nini.
When you say hang out, For people who don't understand what hanging out is.
Oh, hanging out.
What do you mean you went out to hang out?
Hanging
you know
out
my
is
children
like-
can tell me, Mommy, we want to go and hang out. So can you be specific? What is hanging out?
Island's hanging out is you go somewhere where there's music, you listen to music. If you guys are drinking, if you guys are taking sodas, you know, you're just in that scene, that
So
club
it doesn't
scene.
necessarily have to be in a club. It could be in a hotel. It could be in somebody's house.
Yeah.
It could be a bash.
Yeah,
as
it could be a
popularly
bash.
known. It could be any of those things.
Yes.
That's just hanging out. Just you know, lounging with friends.
Just lounging with friends.
Okay.
Yeah. So after the hanging out, he was meant to drop me home.
Okay.
Then
So he was older than you because
Yeah, he was
obviously this is
older.
somebody who
Yeah.
was driving.
he was older and he was meant to drop me home. Then he was like, no, Ebu, let's PTR my house. This is something I want to pick. Nini. Then we were there. He's like, I'm there. I'm like waiting in the car. He's like, no, kuja tu. And that's when all the drama started. Kumbe me, this Jama is a jambazi. He had a gun. Yani
Wait,
it was, things just
So
went.
wait, hold up. You've left the hangout.
I've
Now
left the
you're passing by his house. Obviously, you're assuming he's going to take you to his house.
Yeah.
Where is his house at this point?
His house at this point was in Umoja.
So you went to Umoja.
Yeah.
Instead of, you were hanging out in Buruburu.
We were hanging out in Buruburu shopping
Wouldn't
center.
it have been easier just to drop you home and then he goes on to his way to
That's
Umoja?
what I told him. Then he was like, no, there's something I'm dropping. Literally his words were, kuna kitu naenda kudrop hapo hivyo tu karibu na kwenu. So hakuna haja nikufikishe, alafu tena nirudi, alafu tena nirudi tena. So let me just speak it and then one touch.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, sawa. In my head, it made sense.
Okay.
Then there I am waiting in the car. Then he's like, no, ingia tu, hakuna job igona. Ingia tu, mbio alafu tutatoka. Enter the house. Next thing, he's locked the house. Kidogo he's chomoing a gun and there's a panga and I'm like, what the hell is this person?
Okay.
This is someone I have known. Like, you've grown up seeing this person, then you're like, eh. At this moment, I was like, hiya. I might not have known this person the way I thought I know them.
Yes. Did you scream? Did you call out for help?
I was slapped before
Even
any
react.
reaction.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing the gun, I'm seeing the panga. So before any reaction, the slap has come in.
Okay.
Next thing, we're struggling. Tears off my clothes, proceeds to rape me. Basically, I was literally raped throughout the night.
Okay.
He released me in the morning.
Wow. Okay. Now,
Yeah. With a warning.
how young are
Don't
you at this
don't
point?
talk.
You're 19?
I was 18.
You were 18 because
Yes.
you just finished high
Yeah.
school. So
Now
now
the early bloomers of high school.
Okay. so now you're leaving his house
Yeah.
and you're walking away.
And I'm walking away.
And
when I got home,
did he drop you home? Or he
didn't
was
walk.
done with you?
He was done with me.
So he didn't care how you get
He
home?
didn't care how I got home. He didn't care. Because he just said, nikisikia story na mtu ujue najua kwenu.
Okay.
So on my way home, I called one of my closest friends. Her name is Mokami. So I called her and just told her, this has happened. She was like, give me a moment.
Okay.
She came to my house. She's like, we're going to Nairobi Women's. She took me to Nairobi
So
Women's.
glad that your friend knew what to
Yeah.
do.
She took me to Nairobi Women's. But before we went to Nairobi Women's, she wanted to go to the cops. But then she was like, my cops are Buru. You know, Buru cops have a very not so nice reputation. My cops are Buru. Let's just go to hospital, finish up, and then we can figure out. So we get to hospital. Met a nice doctor. He was nice. He did vaginal examination. I had been torn kiasi. Nilikuwa nimeraruliwa.
I'm assuming you were...
I was a virgin.
Yeah.
I was a virgin.
You were a virgin?
Yeah, until, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, nimeraruliwa. And then now he sends us to get cancelled. We go there, me and Mokami. And then this mama just asked us, na kwani ulikuwa umevaa nini? Oh man, my friend snapped. She's like, Ebu, we go. But she just snapped. Because in her head, she's thinking,
This is
Della
somebody
has
who has
been
been
raped.
violated.
Della has been raped through the night. She's called me. We've gone to hospital. every other person we've had who has been told, oh, this case, it's a rape case, wametupeleka haraka haraka. Then we come to the counselor, and the first thing she's concerned about is how you're dressed. And then my friend's like, no, we go. I'm like, no, let's listen to her. Ama, you were behaving in a way that was suggestive. Najua nyinyi wasichana wa Nairobi. My friend was like, we're out of here. And that's how we left.
So the counseling did not happen.
The counseling did not happen. We left.
So there has, till now, we're looking at unhealed childhood wounds.
Yeah.
And now we have an adult. Now you're just barely an adult. Because for me, 18 is just, you're an adult because the government says so.
Yeah.
But really, 18 is a teenager with an ID. Yeah. Somehow, I don't know how we expect that you're 18 and you're meant to have rational decision making.
Yeah.
Right. So here you are, you're 18 with an ID, and now you've been victimized twice.
Yeah.
What were you thinking at this point?
I remember when we were going back home after the entire ordeal, Okami was just like, no, it's gonna be okay. Della, you're gonna be fine. Della, you're strong. And at the time I'm just like, no, I just want to die. At that time I was just like, I just want to die. And I remember I went to my room, locked myself for almost a full week.
Okay.
A full week of just...
Is your stepmother in the house at this point?
No, at that point my stepmother had already passed away.
Oh, so now you're an orphan. Oh, wait,
Now,
wait. Your stepmother's passed away. Has your dad? Where is your dad at this
My
point?
dad had passed away when I was in fourth form.
Okay.
When I was in fourth form, he passed away.
So you are alone?
I am alone. And then my stepmother had 2 kids. So now there's me, Brian, and there's 2 of us that are very young. They were very young kids then. So we have to take care. Basically, we became parents.
So you're 18. How old is Brian?
Brian was 20.
And you have 2 other children?
Yes.
And you've been through all this path of unhealing, this path of trauma, and you've not dealt with this trauma, and now you're a parent.
Now I am a parent.
Okay. So you've closed yourself in the room. It's been a week.
It's been a week.
What are you thinking?
I thought if I cried enough and starved enough, I'd probably just die. Shrink and just die.
Okay.
I kept on thinking, they'll probably come here sometime and find me dead and smelly, and yeah, that's what was going on in my head. I was like, I don't think I'd want to, go out there again.
I don't want people to see me.
Yeah,
because rape does carry the
shame. They might not have known, but you always feel like
people
they
around
know,
you.
like guy wanajua.
Yes.
And probably lots of people didn't know. Like even my brother came to find out way later, way afterwards.
So the only person who knew at this point in your life is Mukami.
Yes. Mukami is the only one who knew.
You haven't reached out to a church, to an organization, you haven't reached out to anyone. You're just there with your scars and with your
negative energy. My brothers.
Yeah. Then what happens next in your
What
story?
happens in my story? So I meet someone who I thought was the love of my life.
Okay.
Interesting. And
this time, how old are you? And what are you doing with yourself?
I was 19.
Okay.
I had started college.
Have you taken your ARVs and you finished?
I took the PEP.
Okay.
They usually give you the PEP at that time. I took the PEP.
PEP is pre-exposure prophylaxis that helps.
After rape, I took the PEP and I never went back anyway. So this at 19, I meet... Okay, well, let's say shy of 19 because I was still 18 going 19. So I meet him. He's someone also I knew. We've the way Islands is a very tight-knit community.
Yes.
You know someone.
We know each other.
You've
seen them. You've grown them. You may not even have even just talked to them, but you knew them because you grew up seeing.
I grew
up in South, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I meet him.
Yes.
He was a close friend to one of my friends.
Okay.
So I meet him. He tells the friend, I like. By the way, I've always liked that chick. And then I'm like, then the friend comes and tells me, you do. I'm like, girl. Feeling all hot. Because he was kind of hang. And then, not kind of. Okay, he was hang. And he was older. And I felt...
So how much older was he than you?
At that time, I didn't know how older he was. But then later on, I found out he was 13 years older than I was. Yeah, after
So
we
this
got into
is
an
a
entanglement. If I may so use those words. Yeah.
So what happens now? You're not really worried about this baggage that you're carrying, or
Actually,
you barely, and you know.
I met him, and I was very, very honest with him about what happened.
So you told him about the rape.
I told him about the rape.
Did you tell him about the other stories about the?
Told him about the I
were
told
in
him
love.
about I was in love. I told him about the molestation. Yeah, I just
So
told
you're
him
very
how
open to
I
him
was
about
open
the
to
things
him. I
that you're
told him,
going
you know, at that time I'm feeling like, yes, you might like me, but I don't want to be with someone who
doesn't
know my whole self. And so I mentioned about my dad. I talked about my dad and all the things I was feeling about my dad, how I felt like he wasn't really a good parent to me. I told him everything. So he basically knew
how vulnerable you
how
were.
vulnerable I was.
And this is somebody who's 31 and you're 18.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to say he prayed on you, but let's move on.
Feels like he did, yeah?
He did.
Yeah, so
you are an orphan.
I am an orphan.
So here you are.
Yeah, I am in my entanglement. So we got further entangled. And then now there was a time.
What do you mean you got further entangled?
We had
Did you get married?
We had a secret marriage that we didn't tell anyone about.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah. I got married to him.
When you say you got married, a secret marriage, I'm assuming this is the normal things that we all do in Kenya. We come and stay.
No. We went to an AG.
What?
Yeah, we went to an AG secretly.
You were 18?
Yes.
You went to an AG?
18 going 19.
With a man... No, please. You were 18. Let us use the things that are correct here.
Okay.
You were 18.
I was 18.
And then you got married.
Yeah.
Secretly? You didn't even tell Brian?
Nope.
Your little brothers?
Nope.
You told no one? Mokami?
Nope. Didn't even tell my friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a sign of a bad start.
Yeah.
I
think it's because I actually thought they'd judge me, and actually one of the reasons I didn't.
So was there something inside your stomach that was telling you, your gut feeling? I respect gut feeling because your gut is always telling you something is not right.
Oh, my gut was just like ding 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 ding, and I was like, no, he's nice. I've never had any complaints about him. If there was something wrong, I would have known. It's a small knit community after all.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just doing ding ding ding, but I was like, this is the guy the Lord had given me.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay. He who finds a wife finds a good thing
and obtains favor
and you are ready
from
to
the
be
Lord.
A good thing.
Ooh, girl.
Right. So what happens in this marriage?
So in this marriage, there we were. I'd sneak out of home a few times. Then sometimes I'd be at home in China, jioni I'm at base, China, hivyo.
Wait. So now your family doesn't know you're married. So you're married at night, but during the day you are a faithful daughter taking care of your brothers.
Yes.
And everything. And this man doesn't want to come home to be recognized.
He wanted to, and I was like, because I had found out about his age, and I was like,
How am I
I'm
going
like,
to explain
I am not about to start explaining to my brother why there's a man who's like a predator, because I know my brother, so I'm sure my brother would have been like, oh, this is a potential, I know what my brother would have said. So I was like, I am not about to make my brother make me feel like shit about this. I am in love.
All right.
Yes, I'm in love. I have told him my trauma. He's giving me good sex, laying that pipe like shit. So mimi hakuna kitu mnaniambia at that point. Yeah.
All right.
So we were okay for like.
How long were you okay?
We were okay for a couple of, say, about 2 months. It's like about 8 weeks. We were okay for 8 weeks.
Okay.
And then now that's when the drama started.
And my drama?
My drama, I'm talking about, that's when he started hitting me. Yes, that's when all the violence started. The first instance was a very mild one. We went out to a local place, and then...
Is this a local pub?
Yeah, we went to a local pub, me and him. And at that time, I never used to drink, though. So we've gone out to a local pub, I'm with him. Then he starts... at some point, I saw a friend of mine whose sister had leukemia. And I know that they'd really been going through a hard time. They were trying to get someone to donate some stem cells for their sister, trying to get people to donate blood. They had a lot going on. So I see him and I'm like, oh, let me side chat this guy. So I tell him, hey, I'm talking to this Jamal. I'll be back. Okay. It's like, sour, cool. So we're out there. We just left the pub and went to a big open area where we could talk without hearing the noise. So we are talking, and then next thing I know, I am being choked and I'm being lifted up in the air, and my head is slammed on a wall.
In the pub?
Outside the pub.
Outside the pub?
Yes.
Did anybody come to help you?
Yes.
Okay.
My man's friend, closest friend, came, and then also the guy we were with was trying to push him back, and then he sort of just hit the guy. Okay. So now there's a whole, we Buddha ni. Oh yeah, mtu achapangi mdem. You know, it's So there's that drama. They're trying to pull him off me. So when he literally was pulled off me, I ran. I ran. And I was like, Missy Rudy.
Okay. So I went home.
I went home.
So when you go home, do you tell your brother?
No.
This is what has been happening. I have gotten married, and this man has started to beat me.
Yeah.
You kept quiet.
Kept quiet. Went home. He started.
Was there any damage on you? Was there any wounds?
I couldn't talk for a while because it really shocked me. Okay. So my throat was so dry and so scratchy, but I didn't want to go to get medical attention because
then you'd be asked questions.
Then I'd be asked questions, and then in my head I'm thinking, he was just angry. I'm making excuses for him at that point. Yeah. I stayed home for a while. Okay. The guy said all the sorries and all the sorries in the world, and he's like, I'm sorry, you know, babe, you know, you're so pretty, unajua saa zingine, you know when I see you with men and then they're giving you that look, I don't feel so comfortable. And I'm like, what look?
So you felt protected.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this my babe is just looking out for me. He,
he loves me.
He loves me, yani, like I'm this gorgeous Kim Kardashian African version, bana, yani, you know.
Yeah, he didn't even mean to harm me.
He did not mean to harm me.
He was in love with me.
Oh, he loves me.
So you gave excuses.
So I gave excuses, and I went back.
But you're young.
I was young. I went back.
Wait, you went back?
Yes.
So you accepted his apology?
Yes.
And you assumed it would be a one-time event?
Yep.
All right.
And remember, that time we were broke, we are struggling, we've been left with debts.
This is now at your home?
Yeah.
With your family?
Yes.
With your brothers?
With my brothers, we have the kids. My father and my stepmother had debts left, right, and center. There's steamer, there's maji, mekatwa. We are living in darkness. There's just a lot going on. We don't even have enough for food. We are struggling. That time my bro even became a tout.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Mimi nikakuwa, I was doing everything and anything. I'd babysit, I'd be mama wa kufua, and I even got a job at an M-Pesa shop. I was doing everything.
Yeah, you were hustling.
I was hustling. We were all hustling. Yeah. So I went back because he was all apologetic, throwing money at me, and I'm like, oh, this guy loves me. At least he's taking care of me. There's high low key. There's a lot of he's taking care of me. It's just Okay. Then I went back. Then we didn't stop. Okay. We would cool down, go out drinking, come back. The fights would start. It only used to happen when he was drunk. When he was sober.
So you would excuse him because
yes.
Because he is drunk.
Yes.
This is why he's doing what he's doing.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. In between all that, there was a couple of times that I got pregnant, and an equal couple of times that I was beaten, and the pregnancy beaten out as well, if I can call it that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Adelle. I don't even, there are things that when somebody tells you, I know your journey of miscarriages, that's why I think about you. It has not been an easy journey.
Yeah.
And I did not know that is where you lost your pregnancies?
Yeah, that was a
And
huge
when you're saying
reason.
pregnancies, do you want to give them a number?
7.
Okay.
Yeah. 7.
And-
7 beautiful
Sorry.
lost angels, if I may call them that.
You want to take a moment?
Maybe? No, not really.
I'm sorry.
Mm.
This wasn't...
Like I said, it's bound to get emotional.
Okay. Right. So,
Yeah.
at this point in your life,
Yeah.
does your brother know?
Still does not know.
So you're going through all this,
Yeah.
miscarriage after miscarriage. Are you going to hospital? You're being cleaned. You're still not telling your brother, or you're just losing the pregnancies and doing nothing. And this goes on through a period of how many years? What about
This happened for an on and off of about 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
And none of these 4 years did your brother ever find out that you were married to this man?
Did my friends even find out? No.
Wow. So
They
you were
just
living
knew
a
at some
secret.
point I'm dating this guy.
So they just knew.
They knew I was dating him. Then they're like, alienda happy? What tukikosana? I don't talk
Oh,
about it.
mkikosana you go back.
And then sometimes even tukirudiana, I don't even tell them tumerudiana. So they didn't know I was
So
dating.
it was an on
It was an on and off relationship.
Where did this man stay at this point?
He was staying in Umoja.
So you were staying with him
Yeah.
when you guys were on, and
Yeah.
then when he beats you and you need to heal, you go back home.
Go back home.
And okay, anyway, you didn't have parents or anybody at this
Yeah.
point who's going to ask why you are here sometimes.
And
And
why I'm not here some
some
other
other
times.
times.
Yes.
all this time you're hustling.
Yes, this time I'm hustling like crazy. Yeah. Trying to offset the debts. Trying to keep our brothers in school.
These are the little brothers that your stepmother left you.
Yes.
So you had a
Trying
lot
to
on your
feed them.
plate.
Yes. Trying to feed them.
Is there any point you sought help from anyone? You sought counseling anywhere? Is there anything you ever did?
At that point, no.
No. So you were just, adding, piling on damage after damage, trauma after trauma,
Yeah.
and nothing is happening to you.
Nothing is happening. Nothing is changing.
So I'm assuming you are shy of 19, so plus 4 years, you were 20 what, 23?
Yeah, 23.
What happened that made you leave? Or did you ever leave?
Oh, I did.
Or are you still with the man?
Oh man, no.
Now that you have...
I should show you how take your ex back video or dance or take your ex back
We
video.
are not talking about that.
Oh,
You should do one day.
I should, yeah.
It's
I
really,
shall.
it's therapeutic, to be honest.
I know. I like how you were really stopping and twerking and trying to
didn't
twerk. Trying to
I did
twerk.
not even do
Okay,
it.
your body was just twerking. Yeah, let's keep it at that.
Let's go back to you.
Yeah, so there's usually that one point, there's just that one thing that happens that makes you feel, by the way,
I will die.
I will die.
I will die.
I will die.
This is a very important point.
And the I will die moment for me happened when we were in K1. We'd gone, I remember it was yes, I remember it was Good Friday. We'd gone out. And then while we were out, we met someone we used to go to church with together. Because me and him both used to go to the same church. So we met this guy. I said hi to him. Then, you know how clubs are, Kwanzaa K1 is a very crowded place.
Yes.
Especially when they're having for reggae. Yes.
Let's be
Ilikuwa,
honest.
let's be
Ulikuwa
honest.
umeenda
Ilikuwa nimeenda
reggae.
reggae. Ilikuwa nimeenda kula reggae.
Okay.
So it's quite crowded. So he's saying hi, and there's a little bit of him leaning, because I'm this short put person, and I kind of
All get lost in the crowd.
Yes, I get lost in the crowd, and most of all the friends I have are quite tall.
We are sorry.
So so we are there. He's talking. Sorry.
Mommy duties.
We forgot to mention that Usikimi has a small baby, our baby Baraka. So we are doing all these things while you're still managing a baby.
Yeah.
So you will forgive us for some small interruptions.
Yeah.
All right. So.
So we're there. This guy is saying hi, and I'm saying hi. Next thing I know, this guy was punched.
Your friend from church.
My friend, our friend, not my, it's our friend. See, we
Also,
both
he
know
also
him.
knew him.
See, we all know him. We go to the same church, the same community. We know this guy. Guy chini. And me, I'm like, babe, stop. Pia mimi, I was given mine.
Uko K1.
I put to K1. And I think as I fell down, that's when I snapped. Maze, I went Bruce Lee on this guy. That was the first time ever
You hit back.
I hit back. And I hit him. Yani, I couldn't
I
stop.
think it was all that anger.
I couldn't stop. I was even being carried by bouncers na tulenja. Nico like, no, let me have it. Yani, I went full on crazy on him. Kamaliza, I was thrown out. So I'm thrown out. I find those guys who sell the mishkaki thingies and the sausage choma.
Yes.
I asked one of them for a knife.
Excuse me?
Yes, I asked one of them for a knife. Slashed. 1, 2, 3, 4
Slashed
tires.
who?
His car.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Slashed, and the car was not even his. Ilikuwa a car he was buying, but it's still, he's not finished paying for it.
It is not really his. It's in the process.
It is in the process of being his. Slashed 1, slashed 2, slashed 3, slashed 4. Took a stone, broke all those windows, and now I walked away. I was like, now I feel good. Fuck this. And I walked. In the middle of the night. In my very short dress. Without my shoes. I don't even know where my shoes are.
Well,
They're somewhere there in K1. Without my pass, without anything.
where were you going? And where
I
were
just
you going
wanted
get
to go
money
away.
To go. Or you were not thinking
I
of
was
that
nothing.
point.
I was just the adrenaline.
Was coursing through you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the adrenaline is moving and moving, and me, I'm like, I'm just going. I'm walking. You know that ile mteremko ya K1.
Naiona.
Then it's dark. I'm walking there in the middle of the road barefoot. I'm bleeding. I just look like, hey, I look like the witches of our village banner. When they're doing wakitoka hizo ma sessions.
Your description is something else. It's very vivid.
So yeah, and this taxi guy is passing, looking at me. He's like, hey, this chick is alone. There's no one. She looks bloody, as in, what's happening? So now he stops and asks, hey, madam, uko sawa? Mi niko poa. Ako like, unatoka damu na una viatu na umeraruliwa nguo. What do you mean? It's like, are you okay? I'm like,
To be honest,
kamenyewe, siko poa. Kaniambia ingia, uniambia ka uko kwa gari. In my head, I'm like, now this is not another man who just wants to take advantage. At that time, I'm just thinking, this is just another man who's taken. Akaniambia, no, jina yangu sijui. He was even telling me everything. I am called this. Baka, this is my ID number. Gari yangu ni this is the registration number. Baby yangu anaitwa. Niko, hey, okay, niko okay.
Maybe he might be a good man.
He might be a good guy. So I enter the car. Kaniangalia. He's like, what's going on? And then I told him what happened. And, yeah. I told him what happened, and he was like, where do you stay? I told him, bro. He's like, sawa, I'll just take you home. And he's like, I'm really sorry. I really don't know what to say to you. Ulimchapa vizuri lakini?
We shouldn't be laughing, but
I know, because
he
was like, ulimchapa vizuri lakini? Nikamwambia, hey, hajaiona kitu kama hiyo hata yeye. Kaniambia, sawa. Na usirudi. Madam, unasikia? Usiwahi rudi huko. And in my head, I was like, I was not about to go back. I think that was just it. Because in my head, I'm thinking, ini K1, nimeibishwa K1.
I mean,
like, come on.
Yeah, like I never
Hapa
come
kuna
back
wase
here.
wananijua bana. I'm like, kuna watu wananijua. People from Eastlands, we are a clique. When we go to reggae, tunaendanga where reggae is. So, I'm sure kuna watu wananiona, they know my brother, they know me, they're just... I went home. Packed my stuff.
Home now to his house in
No,
Omondi.
my... Home.
Buru.
Yes, I never went back.
Oh.
Packed my stuff. The little I owned at that time. told my brother I need money. I need to leave. He's like, why are you going? Told him I need to go to Mombasa. He's like, okay. Kamba I need to go to Mombasa. It's like, sawa, ndakuletea do asubuhi. Niko, how unaweza niletea saa hii ni sawa. It's like, I'll bring it in the morning. Comes in the morning, ananipata, anaona uso kidogo, hii uso inakani kama pia kalikuwa kwa girl fight fulani hapa. And he's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. What happened? I'm like, tuletana tu juu na msee kwa club. Kaniambia uko sure? Like, yeah, niko sure tuletana juu na mtu kwa club. Yeah. And he kept quiet. Kaniambia, so have you done something that
is making you run away?
Making you run away? Nikambia,
a few things.
No.
Oh.
Told him no. Kaniambia, are you sure? Nikambia, yeah. So you've not done anything? Kambia, I've not done anything. Kambia, uko sure? Kambia, I'm sure. And that time it found when I had lost my job at the M-Pesa shop that I was working in. I was jobless. So for me, even leaving, sina mtu mwenye ataanza kuniambia, unajua kesho unafanya kwa job, when you wingi shift.
So you were just free.
I was free.
So your idea was to run away?
My idea was to run away. So I picked up my stuff
and went to Mombasa.
And I went to Mombasa. And I stayed there for a very long time. So while staying there...
Please don't tell me you met another man.
No. Of course I did, but well, not like that. So I go to Mombasa. Then I think I just broke down.
Okay.
I became this mess. I broke down and just became a mess. A complete, total mess.
Okay.
Now I'm away from home. Now I don't have people who are asking me, leo tunakula nini sapa, you know.
You're not
right now I'm not even thinking about them.
Yes.
I'm just thinking that I am out of this.
All right.
And that's when it's hitting me. You've had miscarriages. It's hitting me.
All the loss that
you know, like
through,
this
all
guy
the
was
pain,
beating
all
you.
the trauma.
Then all that is just coming in waves. Waves and waves and waves of pain. And I started doing drugs. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
I started doing drugs. Okay. Yes. I would smoke weed. I would have a bit of, you know, Mombasa, huwezi kosa heroin and huwezi kosa cocaine.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Sorry.
I have not lived in Mombasa. I am from Nairobi. I go to Mombasa for holidays.
Let me tell you. Now, Mombasa,
news.
hizo ni vitu huwezi kosa.
Okay.
Yeah. So there I am. There's a bit of drugs there.
So you're taking drugs to run away from pain?
Yeah, to basically numb the pain until when I feel like I'm ready to handle stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. This is heavy.
Yeah.
This is heavy.
I don't think I've ever mentioned the drugs part, yeah?
I don't even know.
You don't even know the
In
drugs
fact, I'm now
part.
learning so much about you that I didn't know before. And
so
I don't even know how to start digesting this, but I'm with you on your journey.
Yeah.
I'm understanding where this is coming from, because we're looking at unhealed trauma.
Yeah.
We're looking at a journey that is full of pain, a journey that is full of question, a journey that is full of negligence. I actually want to look and see if there's anybody who has anything to say, so that if they have
Or a question,
so I can ask you. But clearly no one has. Haven't seen anything, or have you?
No.
There's nothing. Okay. Wow, your journey is up until now in Mombasa. You have decided to run away from yourself, from the things that are going on.
Yeah.
You're now on drugs. What then? What are you doing in Mombasa? Let us start from there.
Me, I was chilling. I was on holiday, but I was chilling.
Okay. I think I'm going to read some of the things that people are saying to you. As As I give you time to adjust.
Yeah.
Wow. This is what people are saying. We have Sly Luchemo says, Adele, my heart goes out to you. 7 miscarriages. And Will Sasara says, this is purely part of healing. Thank you for this platform for women and girls. We are glad to be here. Della, you're a star. Strength of this lady. May God heal all the broken hearts out here. Sending my love and hugs to you from Lydia. Carol Mombi says, girl, take heart and be strong. And Paul Sana for what you went through. Somebody, Wanjiko says, somebody needs to talk to fathers. Our girls have a lot of issues because of the wounds our fathers inflicted on us. One of the things I always say, we say daddy issues, and we actually say to women like daddy issues. But these daddy issues are brought because sometimes you don't hear your little girls when they call out to you.
Yeah.
Andre says, that's better. We can hear you now. Delilah, my heart is breaking for you. Oh, Adele, I'm so sorry. That's Myra. Lilian Mongeli, thank you for tuning in. D. Kaiki says, I'm here with Jamjeri, Tatu Abusia. They're all sending their loves to you.
Hi, Tatu.
Yes.
Hi,
Vanessa
Lilian.
Marie. I think Vanessa Marie is just broken.
Hi,
She's
Vanessa.
like sister girl.
Hi, sister girl. Hi, Vanessa.
Maritime is saying she's watching.
Hi, Carol.
Wanjiko Monica is broken. Kabisa, she says,
Hi,
I'm
Shiko.
watching. Thank you, Sashona, for well done. Habwamboi, we feel your love. And you too, enjoy. Sadia Shoya. Vanessa Marie says you're a strong woman, and thank you for sharing and for being so strong. I think I want to say something about the fact that people think that you're strong. Most of the time, you're hiding the pain.
Yeah.
And you're bringing up this brave face to the world. Because you work in customer service.
I do.
You serve people with such a smile. Adele, as long as I have known you, you've always been laughing and smiling. And I didn't know that behind this smile was a broken woman who had gone through so much pain. And I am really, really sorry. I feel like you were left alone and with no one to share. So now you're in Mombasa. Let's go back.
Yeah.
You're in Mombasa, and you've what do you say? You have now started taking drugs. You've numbed the pain.
Yeah.
You've never sought professional counseling. You've not sought anything. You've not gone to a church to tell them. What are you doing?
I'm in Mombasa. I am staying and having a good time with my cousin. But my cousin was so concerned.
He could tell that there's a lot of pain here.
Yes, and she was so concerned. And she was always trying to help me look for jobs. She was always, helping me apply for jobs. And she was basically she was really there for me. No judgment, no... Funny, she never even used to ask me, like, okay, what's going on with you? Kwa nini una, She just... Because she had also gone through trauma. She'd lost her parent. And there was just so much going on with her. But she was very... I think it was 2 people
who are
in pain.
And they're trying to...
One is on drugs, the other one is not, though. Yeah, but
no,
it was 2 people in pain. And she was awesome.
Sometimes that's what you need.
Yes.
You just need the taxi driver in your life to just come and tell you it is okay, get in this car and let's just go. And sometimes you just need that cousin who just says, I believe you. I think one of the most important things I've learned in this journey is to just have somebody tell you, I believe you.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I am not even going to ask you.
There's a question.
Yeah?
There's a question.
Oh, there's a question?
Yeah. There's questions.
Okay. A show of love. How did she make money to maintain the expensive habit that is addiction?
I had boyfriends. See, I'm pretty.
Oh, yeah.
And my cousin used to give me money.
Okay. So it was your cousin who was funding your life.
She didn't know what she was
gave
doing.
You money.
You know when she was giving me money, she thinks she's giving me money to go and make my hair, giving me money to go to buy credit.
Are these drugs like readily available? Like,
oh, they are.
Let me tell you something that happened the other day, and somebody laughed at me. Somebody said, you can get cocaine. I said, how do you get cocaine? Like, who knows where people get cocaine? Fine, I know where you can. I'm not going to say this on camera. But like weed, at least unajuanga. There are clues like here and there. But like cocaine, like who the hell knows where cocaine is? I mean, you're new in Mombasa and you're already getting drugs.
Yeah.
Were you not worried about the downward spiraling that was happening in your life?
At some point, yes, but I think at that moment things were just raw. It didn't matter. I just felt too much pain, and I just wanted to
just heal, just be numb.
I just wanted not to feel anything. I just wanted to not feel anything, not have someone telling me, oh, unajua, I just didn't want.
You just wanted
nothing. Okay. I just wanted.
So for you, the drugs were a source of numbness.
Yes. So who's funding my habit? They don't even know they're funding my habit. Me, I'm being given money. Enda ununue nguo. Enda ununue viazi vya karai.
Hakuna mtu anakuuliza usiporudi na nguo manywele hajatengenezwa.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Your cousin is a man or a woman?
She's a chick.
Okay.
You know, I'm given pesa viazi vya karai. Then of course there's my homies out there and boys. And I was a hit. This girl came in and
you have a huge personality.
This girl has come and ongea kizungu.
So they're all over you like her.
You know, she's
like bees to honey.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, so there's even if I needed the drugs, see big deal nasotiwa.
So how did you get out of drugs?
I think
okay, what made you stop? Did you stop?
I did.
Okay.
I did. Did I look clean?
I'm asking because, you know, this is a question probably people are wondering. Like, this girl, she was on drugs.
Yes.
And she was doing drugs for... How long did you do drugs?
For a full year.
Wow.
Yeah, the full year that was
so it was just a spiral and just going down and down.
Mm-hmm.
What made you stop?
There's one day I got so sick. I and actually thought maybe this was it. I thought, hey, maybe I had overdone this. Now my liver is failing. Okay, I was just being paranoid. Oh, my liver is failing.
No, you're probably not being
You know, that's why I was thinking.
How are you even taking these drugs?
That's
were you shooting? Were you... I don't know.
For the cocaine, sniffing. For the weed, baked goods, smoked goods. For the heroin, mimi naogopa shindano. I'd put it in drinks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think I need a sip of water. Do you want a water?
I do, I actually do.
Well,
thank you.
So need water break as I read these questions.
Loki drank that water.
It's okay.
Okay.
Somebody's saying drugs were a mean of escape. That is my mother. Ashalugogo is shocked. Sweetie, I've known you since you are small. You're very strong.
Hi, sweetie.
Only God heals every pain.
Okay, Ashalugogo is logged in. Oh,
she's a cousin to my partner, somebody says. And somebody also says you were her classmate in high school. And she didn't know this. Somebody called Wanjiko Monica.
Shiko. Monica.
One boy, your mother says, I believe you. Does so much for a victim. They are very powerful words. Indeed, there is hope if it is Adele that is laughing. Lois Arembo, I wish I knew you were going through all this.
Hi, Lois.
Who knows you.
Yeah, we went to
You've
school
always
with
been
Lois.
a very strong lady. I have been called strong, so I understand if this doesn't pass as a compliment. Kat Nyora says, this girl is my sister. I thank God that she's speaking out so other people can heal. And she says,
Kate.
I love you, baby girl.
I love you too, Kate.
Carol Maritim says, well done, Jerry. Well said. We act strong, yet we are damaged inside. Delilah, you're so strong and I'm very proud of you, sweetie. That comes from Lisa Lovely.
Hi, Lisa.
Oh, my brother is here. Kenneth Megwe.
Hi.
Full of love. God bless you. Jungen Dongo James says, shape a woman, shape the society. Shape a man, you've only shaped the individual. Sophie Simiu says, she's very proud of you.
Hi, Sophie Sandra.
I love this lady. Esther Kamote says, I know
Hi,
her.
Essie.
And she has the best personality and a very amazing heart.
I did have sister locks too.
Okay, one boy, one mother says, this is absolutely inspiring. Unresolved trauma is a burdened man, becomes a slave to their pain, their past, and unless you confront it, everything spirals. Great to see that Della is doing better.
Yeah.
And thank you for sharing, Doris. And then, so she was chilling in Mombasa, where and with who? Where? In Mombasa.
Where in Mombasa? Changamwe.
Okay, so you're in Changamwe.
Changamwe.
Alright.
Yes.
So the year is over. You've realized that you're tanking, you're taking drugs. This is done.
Yeah.
You've decided now to stop taking drugs. So you just went dry.
I got sick.
How did you just go to hospital?
I just woke up feeling so unwell. And at that time I'm thinking, okay. And at that time I'm thinking, all right, I am dying. I'm thinking maybe it's my liver. Though actually it was abdominal pains and back pains, but me, I'm thinking it could be my liver. It could be, I was just thinking of all the wrong things.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually went to hospital.
Okay.
I remember we went with my cousin. I told my cousin I wasn't feeling well.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to hospital.
Okay.
So we went to hospital and then, boom, they find out I have fibroids and there's polycystic ovarian syndrome on both sides of my ovaries. That was where all the pain was coming from. No, my liver was intact.
So the pain wasn't imaginary.
It wasn't imaginary.
You were actually in pain.
I was in
but
so
the
much
pain was because of something else. The cystic
Something else.
The cystic
Fibroids and the cystic, yeah, cysts and the fibroids. Cysts on both sides of my ovaries and the fibroids.
My God. You know, if going through pain is a person, you are clearly that person.
Encyclopedia.
Because I cannot imagine. You know, I don't even understand why you're smiling. I thought, you know, everyone goes through their own story and they go through so much damage that they think that their story is worse. Until somebody else comes along and tells you something that is so heartbreaking that you don't even know how to even tell this person. What I don't even know what to tell you at this point. All this point. Now you've just managed to escape from completely being overwhelmed by drugs.
Yeah.
And now you're being told you have pain on your cysts. You said cysts on both your ovaries.
Yeah, and then I have uterine fibroids. I have fibroids on my uterus.
This is not good.
Yeah.
So what happens?
So what happens now? I'm being told.
Are you working?
That time, no.
So you
I'm
are
still staying with my cousin.
You're jobless?
I'm jobless.
You're staying with your cousin?
Yes.
That means you have no money?
No money.
And now you're sick.
Now I'm sick.
Okay, what do you do?
What do I do? It was time to go back home.
Home being Buruburu?
Yes.
Okay.
It was time to go back home.
I'm going to ask you a question because all along you got married to this man legally.
Yeah.
You've done nothing about that legal status.
Oh, I did.
No, wait. At this point, you've done nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You're just on your journey of finding yourself, healing, and doing anything you want to do, but not really thinking about the fact that you're legally married back to someone.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you go back to Nairobi.
I go back to Nairobi. Remember the entire time, even when I was in Coast, he kept on sending me money. Trying to see my husband. See, he wants me to.
No, you didn't tell me.
I didn't.
We haven't talked about your husband at any one point. I mean, I just know you're just having yourself a good time.
having a good time, blocking
spiraling
him, and spiraling out of control.
But wait,
he was
the man still wanted you back.
He did.
Wow. Okay.
He did.
Okay.
Baka he was telling a friend of mine who knew, it's like, ongea na beshte yako. Arudi. He's not even told my friend we're married. Ambia, kwani Adelle na BVV, ongea tu na I'm sure. Maze nampenda na umde mjo, ni kichwa ngumu.
Wewe ni kichwa ngumu?
Mimi ni kichwa ngumu. Hard head.
Okay.
Yeah, so mimi ni kichwa ngumu, you know. He's making it seem like like I just left bila notice, you know. That's what he's trying to make it look like.
Like you just walked away from him.
Like I just walked away from him.
Okay.
So,
are you planning to go back to him at this point? No, you've come from Mombasa, you've been doing all these things, hiding away from your pain. Were you planning to go back to your husband?
I did a Jasmine Sullivan on that nigga's car. How am I supposed to go back? I'm just thinking,
for all those
we's done. We's done. Tumemaliza.
Alright.
You
so
know,
you were not going to go back to him. You knew that if you went back to him, maybe he would kill you at this point.
That time I was like,
after you've damaged a man's car.
I have damaged the car.
Properly?
Properly.
Yeah.
Na nilimchapa. Wait. I'm not about to go back.
So you knew better than
I
to
knew
go back
better than to go back.
Okay.
So there was
But the money he would send you would eat.
Of course. Mwanamke ni kukula pesa ba. See, you are sending. See, I eat. After all, he's inflicted enough pain on me. It's
Right.
the least he can do. If you're sending money, I kula kabisa.
Okay.
I eat.
And but you don't talk to him.
No, I don't talk to him.
Okay.
Nakula tu pesa, napigiwa, niko. I'll see.
So now you go back to Nairobi. What happens?
Go back to Nairobi. And then my friend Marie, you know Marie.
Yes.
So me and
Yeah.
Marie. Yeah.
Okay.
So me and Marie start hanging out.
Okay.
Then in the process of hanging out, she introduces me to another friend called Samantha.
Okay.
So now we start hanging out, me, Marie, and Samantha.
Okay.
And then next thing... No. Sorry
And
about
thank you for taking care of our baby. You only sleep in a godsend. You can see the rest of over here. It's like, what do I do with the baby? Because the people who take care of the babies are the ones on there.
Turn.
All right. People, we are in a show.
Sorry.
So you all have to decide what you're all going to do. The
Sorry,
two of
just
you.
turn him, please.
Oh,
Just turn him.
give me the
Don't
baby.
No, it's okay. No, let her handle it. Just turn him. Okay. Where were we?
Thank you, Irene and Adelle. Because some of us are always running up and down for taking care of this baby. We are so grateful. Did I even mention we are so grateful? Yes. So anyway, back to your story.
Yeah. Oh, so then
Now you're hanging out with your
I'm
friends.
hanging
Have
out
you
with
told
my-
any of these friends the real truth about what has been going on in your life?
Marie knew that I had a relationship that ended with me being beaten.
Okay, that's all she knew.
All she knew was that.
So you hadn't really told people. You hadn't clarified.
I had not clarified.
Okay.
So at this time, Mimi, Marie knows that part. Now Samantha also, we've also told Samantha just briefly.
part of this story.
Yeah, so next thing, Samantha helps me to get a job. Grape, what
Wow.
room? Samantha helps me to get a job. So I get a job. And yeah, I start working. I start earning my living. Then, because karma is just karma, the ex starts losing jobs. Mara, he
Forget
can't.
about your ex. We're not
Yeah.
here for him.
We're not here for him
We're
anymore.
here for you.
Yeah, so I get a job.
I know many people don't want to know that Mama got him.
How
Because
come I
7
got
pregnancies
him?
is not even something
Yeah.
even. I
So-
don't even think we want to even go there.
Yeah, so that time. Oh yeah, and I also mentioned to Marie about the fibroids. I didn't mention the cyst though. I just mentioned the fibroids.
So you're
she
still
knew.
haven't gone to hospital?
I still haven't gone to hospital. So there I am, getting a job, trying to just basically trying to live, trying to pay off some of the accumulated debts. Tuliachiwa
We
debt
had
was
forgotten the part of the debts.
yes.
So
I
basically,
don't.
you're.
Hapo kwa debts, I really
What
don't.
we'll, let's not go there. We're not here.
Yeah,
we're
you're not here
We're
for
not
the
here to
depth.
talk about that.
Yeah.
We are. You know, it's part of your journey.
It
yes.
is,
But I'm
I
also
agree.
wondering. All this time, you're looking at unhealed trauma.
Yeah.
The fact that you haven't spoken to anybody about them. You know, all the way from your childhood
Yeah.
to the rape, to the fact that you are a victim of. In fact, you are a victim of quintessentially. You're a victim of both sexually and
Gender-based violence. Yes.
So you've gone through the whole thing, and you're still unhealed.
Yeah.
And now you have, on top of everything else that you're handling, we're looking at cysts, which
Yeah.
burst.
Which burst.
And you have not gone to
Frequently.
hospital. Obviously, there's no money to go to
There's no
hospital
money to
because
go
you're
to
taking
hospital.
care of the bills
Yes.
that your parents left.
Yes.
Wow, that's a lot. That's heavy. How old are you? Like 26, 27 there?
Was I? No. It was like, I think 25.
That's a heavy burden
Yeah,
for somebody
I
so
was
young to be
25.
carrying along, to be lugging along.
Yeah. At that time I was 25.
Then what happens?
So now I meet coincidentally one of my closest friends we've grown up with. She's called Grace.
Or she?
So Grace.
Every time I hear she, I'm getting a bit relieved.
Yeah. So Grace and her sister and her sister-in-law and her mom and her bro literally took me in as one of their own. I became like mini mtoto akina Grace.
Okay.
And then also Mokami's mom, my friend Modoni, her mom, literally all now my friends, my group of friends, their moms basically now
Became your mother.
became like my mom.
So they started mothering you.
So they
which is
started
what
mothering
you
me.
needed.
So at this point of being mothered, I got closer to Grace, and then I started opening up a bit about some of the things I'd gone through. And then I think that's when, you know, these are people who've grown up knowing my father and my mom. And they always thought my mom was Hitler. Kumbe my dad was now Hitler mwenyewe. So there we are. I'm opening up to Grace. Then she's like, I say, I need to take you to our church.
Okay.
She's like, I need to take you to our church. And I'm like, church is not about to cut it. In my head, that's what was just going to, like, is church going to cut it really for me, Della? I have been in church. I have been a church girl.
Yeah.
So I don't think, and all these things
church.
happened when I was in church,
So
and
you're
I do not
angry
think
when at
I am
God.
angry. I am pissed. I'm like, where was he? Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
when I
it's
went
not.
through
Yeah,
this.
it's not about to cut it. She's like, no, you just come. We go to church, and then now, her sister Mercy Njoki, is like, let's go to church, and this is Njoki. This is the chick who used to party like mad with Ananiambia to the church. I'm like, I'm like, okay, what happened to Njoki? It's like, you know, and then I'm thinking, okay, if Njoki is that not telling me we go to church?
We might as well just try this church.
Papa, there's something we might try in this church thing. And so I go to this church. It's called Peace of Life.
Okay.
And I meet, I think you saw her say something, Vanessa Marie. I meet Vanessa Marie.
Okay.
Cool kid. She's very cool. Very amazing person. I meet her, and the next thing I know, we are bonding. And I'm just talking to this girl. And we talk, and we talk, and we talk, and she's like, you know what? Let me tell Pastor Joy. Because she told me, you know, Pastor Joy also knows how it is to deal with issues like this. So let me talk to her.
All right.
So there we go. She's talking to Pastor Joy. Then Pastor Joy forced, let me say she forced herself into my life, but in a very good way.
I'm glad she did.
This is Pastor Joy. He dealing with her own, you know, her past and all that.
And now she's dealing with
And now she's dealing with mine.
So you opened up to her.
I opened up. Any the sessions of crying I had, of letting go of the pain, and
I'm a believer in talk therapy.
yes,
I am a believer in talk therapy.
And
talk therapy helps.
talk therapy helps, and the best way ever to ever handle talk therapy. It feels more real when it comes from someone who
Has walked the
you
journey
know,
with
someone
you.
who's walked the journey. It feels so real. If someone who's not gone through the journey tells you, unashanga sasa hiki kimtu kinaniambia nini?
Yeah, true.
You know,
You feel like she doesn't understand. There's
like this
like
person
somebody
doesn't
who's gone
get
through
me.
like maybe the journey of domestic violence
Yes.
or rape or whatever.
Yes.
They get it. You feel like they're more empathetic to you because they
Yes.
understand what it
They
is to
understand
be
what
in
it
that
is.
situation.
They know what it is.
Okay.
So there's Pastor Joy, and at that time she was not even acting like my pastor. She's taking the capacity of I am your sister. So she's
stood in the gap for you.
standing in the gap for me, and she's talking to me, and she's telling me things, and she's like, you know what? Imagine you need to heal. Imagine you need to. In my head, I'm like, I don't want to, but she's like, yeah, you need to. And I think at this time is when I started now being a bit more open.
Okay.
And I started being more open, and then also started finding myself doing a lot of charity work, getting involved in charity
Maybe
work.
that's the point I met you.
Yeah, that's around the point we met. So and now I'm doing charity work. I'm doing a lot of projects, a lot of
Sorry, guys.
It's dying.
No.
Okay.
okay. So I'm doing a lot of, you know, charity, just something to
Just to keep
to
yourself
keep
busy
myself
and not
busy
think
and
about
out
what
of
happened.
this. And then she referred me for counseling to someone. She's like, you know, It's like, Pia Mimi, for me to heal, I had to talk to someone.
Yeah.
Then she refers me to a counselor that was also someone who had gone through SGBV.
So she was
very, very empathetic, very nice. We walked that journey, and believe you me, there were good days and there were
bad days.
Oh man, there's horrible.
I think people have this idea that therapy is you just go talk and you heal on the first session.
No.
Therapy for me was very raw. Therapy left me. I did not realize that therapy was work. It's until you actually get therapy. I'm a believer in therapy. Therapy works. But you have to be willing to take therapy. You have to be willing to walk the course.
Yeah.
And you have to be willing to just bare your soul.
Yeah.
And it is not easy. And sometimes just coming across and meeting the person you are to the person that you're trying to be. It's one of the hardest journeys that you can ever do. I did my therapy in 2017, 2018. That is what led me to my healing. And I'm telling you, it was not the easiest journey that anybody had ever been to. And I can imagine for you just meeting the other Adelle and confronting yourself. And also being, therapy also tells you have to also be responsible and take part in, in your healing.
Yes.
So do you believe in therapy?
I actually do.
Do you believe that therapy helped you?
Yes, I do.
How are you today?
How am I today?
Because
cannot
the people
stop
that
laughing and smiling. So the people who know me, they're like, udem anakuanga mechangamka, udem anakuanga this, udem anakuanga that.
So you refuse to let your story be who you are?
I refuse. It is something that happened. And the moment I made peace with, imagine it happened, and you need to move past it. That was it for me.
Can I ask you a question? When did you divorce Mr. Man?
Mr. Man. When I went to Mombasa, I filed for a divorce.
Okay.
Yes, when I went to Mombasa, I filed for a divorce. Sent it to him, signed it and sent it to him. He never signed it. Refused.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, because karma is karma forward. So now when I came back after my hiatus in Mombasa, when I came back, I looked for wahunis. I was like, those jamas that look like they take serious drugs and they can, that gengeton that says G Moshke. There's some funny guys in some kana gengeton. They look really serious, like they can really pita na wewe. Those guys with funny rings. I'm just saying, those guys. You've been in Islands. Unajua tu wale wase wa Islands wale kona mbaya venye wanakaa.
Nawajua.
I took some kona mbaya.
Wale ukapale kwa kona.
I took some kona mbaya, guys. Kaenda huko kwake because it's still not moved out.
Oh,
he was still staying in the same place. Kona mbaya. New sign.
Adelle, you're something else.
New sign by the brave Bazenga new sign. The ghetto in me came out.
The ghetto in you had just come out.
It's just
like Bazenga.
Ni Bazenga asaini kitu.
What's Bazenga?
Buddha. Ni Bazenga asaini hiki.
Alright.
So yes. So I'm like, this thing has to be signed.
So it was signed.
We have to be officially divorced.
Okay.
I cannot be tied to you. I shall not be tied to you.
Wow.
It does not matter what you think you feel, or if you think you want to tell me sorry or not. It does not matter.
Okay.
I refuse to be tied to you. And as long as you're not signing this stuff, you're making me tied to you, and I don't want. Nimekata.
Okay.
Yeah. So
he
kidogo kidogo, kufinyo makende, kugongo. Sorry. Forgive my language.
Wow.
Let me just say,
I don't even know what to say.
Let me just say he was roughed up a little.
Yes, that's better.
Naka sign. Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry. Yeah, he was roughed up. Naka sign.
So now you're a free woman.
I am a free woman.
Please tell your brothers to come for me.
Or your sisters too. Your brothers or your sisters can come for me. Yes, tell them to see me. I'm a very good girl. Nice, I cook nicely. You know. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Adelle, thank you for having us, having you here, for being very candid, for talking about your journey. Do you actually still believe in love? Do you think love exists?
I am a feminist.
What are you
I
trying
am
to
a
say?
feminist who believes that there is love.
Are you saying feminists don't believe in love? Okay, that's a topic for another day. But what are you
I
saying?
am a feminist, and I actually believe in love. I believe that love is a
Wanjikwa
beautiful
Monica
thing.
amesema ulikata ankole yake.
Mtume kwangu, ule mfupi ama ule mrefu?
Wacha nikwambie kuna watu wameongea hapa hivi Shem. Nyarwai Muridi says she loves us. Wamboi wa mother says Mashashken. I don't even know what that means.
Mashashken.
I know Della, I know Kanairo Govana Nimja.
Now that one, that was telling you now.
You all need
Kanairo,
Jesus.
those things.
Therapy is painful, it's raw, it's being authentic, it's bleeding, it's laying your soul bare. And Dorothy Agawa says she's so proud of how much you have come. She
Hi,
loves you.
Doro.
Slayer Chewa amesema camera lady ya ye.
Camera lady amekazana.
I'm sorry. Our camera lady is Toto Irene. Please know that you're new at this. It's not that we've never done this before. Our mother says narrative therapy was one way that worked her best in her post-therapy rape journey. Where Wamboiwa mother, you will sit on this our red table, our blue table, our blue seat. Patieni mtoto grape water. I love what Irene said. She said, do not center your ex in your story or your space. Whether he became a billionaire or a pauper or a kamagotin. That's what I told you. Remember when I said we don't have space for that?
Yeah.
This is your space. You heal and talk about yourself.
Yeah.
We honestly just love hearing about you.
Yeah.
Right. So your mother is giving really good advice. Classic narcissistic behavior, enticing you with cash and gifts. I don't know t-shirts ni za nini, I don't know.
T-shirts.
Ati yaki tunasikia camera person. Sly Chema says, very inspiring. Your experience will help heal many souls out. You went through a lot at an early age. I thank God you're doing better now. And healing is surely a process. Mambo, your mother reminds you. Ati, I love you, Adele. Thank you for doing this. It takes a lot of courage to walk out, to battle addiction, confront your demons, and the greatest courage to come out and share your story to the world. Thank you for telling your story to the world. Your friends are telling you they're proud of you. That's Kat. And, so many people here are encouraging you.
Yeah.
Kenneth Mbaluka is very concerned that you had boyfriends to finance you. Mr. Mbaluka, I will not even I will take your comment in passing and not even say anything.
Thank you.
This has been a journey. And Adele.
Yes.
I'm going to say a few things here today. One, I'm glad that we had therapy.
Yeah.
Therapy really, really helps. It helps in our journey. It helps in learning your boundaries. It helps in helping you confront your journey, your pain, your inner demons, your everything that you've gone through. In therapy, you have to lay down bare and just put it out on the table and say, look, I'm coming as bare as I can be. It is a hard thing to do. I'm not going to tell you that therapy is easy. Therapy is hard. I mean, I had talk therapy, and I'm telling you, I was given a few slaps back to reality. Della can also tell you the same.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this? We are doing this to tell you that there is an end to this journey. That it doesn't matter how far or how deep or how much you think that you can't escape or you can't come out of domestic violence, intimate partner violence, rape, or any other thing that you can go through that encompasses SGBV. There is hope. You can come out. You can come out. Today, that is my message. I'm not even going to say anything else. You can come out. You can come out. You're a survivor. You're able to walk away. If you've had this broadcast, if you've listened to it, I'm just here to encourage you today that you can come out. I'll have Della tell us her last words, maybe to other people who are going through what you went through. What would you like to tell them?
One thing I have a few things I'd like to say. First of all, if you're a parent, please limit relatives staying in your house with your children. I cannot emphasize enough on that. Please do not let your relatives come to visit and go. Don't make it a habit for them to be there, because most of the people who are abused, they know they're abusers.
Children.
All the children who are molested, they know they're abusers. And secondly, it does not matter how bad it was or how it felt or what happened and how it happened, you can always rise above it. That is not your defining, that's not what defines you. You cannot be the girl who was raped. You cannot define yourself as the raped girl, or you cannot change your name suddenly to be the raped girl. There's so many things that you can do. Yes, you of course, because it has happened, the violence has happened, the rape has happened, you will think of it, you will take it to heart at times, but let it never define you. There's much more. There's so much about you that someone sits there and says, Maze, this chick inspires me, this person inspires me, I like this person. There's so much about you out there that is just making people get excited, making people get energetic when they see you. So don't lose your oomph, don't lose your light, don't lose that thing that sets you apart from everyone else. And therapy. You have to heal and you have to move on. And be kind. Be kind to yourself, be kind to everyone else. Everyone has a struggle they're going through. Everyone has a thing that sometimes holds them back or makes them act in a way that you don't understand. Always be kind to anyone and everyone. That's all I can say. Thank you so much for hosting me. Thank you so much to Usikimie for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much to our camera person, Dr. Irene. You have done a tremendous, nice job. I know. Thank you for all the people who tuned in. Thank you for Stella Kachina for really being, being herself and being amazing and coordinating. She was the director of since she's like, cut, louder, put, leg, Thank you so much. And thank you, Jerry, for not crying today.
Congratulations.
For keeping it in. Thank you so much.
I'll go and cry, right?
I know.
Yeah, thank you, people of Usikimie, people who follow us, people who respond to us when we call, people who tuned in to listen to us. We want to just thank everybody. We hope this is a source of encouragement. We will be back on Tuesday again to talk to another survivor, and I hope to see you there. Keep it here, Usikimie. Do not keep quiet. We are not keeping quiet. We shall no longer be silent or silenced. Thank you again. Thank you, Irene, Mtoto Irene Mia, for being our great camera lady, for volunteering with Usikimie. We didn't do it without you. And to you too, Ella.
Yeah, that is Mia. I'm sorry, guys.
And to Stella, that's the team that has done this. We want to thank you. And to Baby for being so patient with all of us. Yes. Asanteni sana. God bless you. See you again. Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in.